All right, higher mid fade, just a little bit off the top.
Yeah, the mid fade. Right, where we go last time? We went like right here.
Yeah,
Yeah, same.
guideline was like somewhere up here.
Yeah, same thing, right?
Yeah, I
Similar
just gotta
to-
feel it, bro.
That's like it was similar to what Eric has on.
Yeah, Eric went. He went a little bit shorter today.
Oh, you went lower?
Yeah, he chopped out
Ah.
about 2.5 inches, maybe.
Ooh.
He,
But you kept it with that mid?
yeah,
Okay.
mid drop.
Yeah, I'll do the same.
All right, you got it.
Sweet.
So what's it looking like for your basketball game tonight? I want stats right now.
Stats. I'm gonna give you an easy 24 claps, 3 hoorays,
3 good jobs.
3 good jobs, and 10 missed shots, and call it a good day. And pay $5 for my referees. Nah, but
You still gotta pay ref fees.
yeah, dude, that's the worst part. And you know what? Everybody's out here. I forgot my cash. I
Dude,
forgot my cash.
that is like the worst thing about leading like rec sports teams. Because I
Yeah.
used to play softball and I had a couple teams. And dude, trying to collect money from people sometimes
That's
can
the
be
worst.
a drag. And it's like worse because they're adults and they're
Yeah.
wrecking you. It's like, dude,
I'm like, I don't want to be on you, but I gotta be on you.
hey, listen, man, it might be $5 to you, but
But that $5 adds up every week because you forget all of a sudden you're playing. Like, oh, I forgot. Like, dog, just go to 7-Eleven real quick. Take out some cash.
we got time, right?
Yeah.
Make a quick run, dog.
I'll cover for you.
It's so fun, dude. I wish I was like somewhat athletic still to actually like do something, but I don't think I could do it, to be honest.
Play basketball or something?
Yeah, basketball for sure.
What about softball? Like join a softball league.
I played softball for a few seasons actually,
Oh, for real?
and it's fun, but it's just too much of that factor. Like, you could get hurt like at any time,
Yeah.
especially like you play against people who take it way too seriously
Oh, yeah.
and they play with like dirty bats and stuff.
Dude, you get some dudes that go out there and it's like they're living to play softball.
Yeah, man. I remember playing with this dude. He played like two teams like Monday through Friday, and then like tournaments Saturday.
Yeah.
Like he was a softball maniac. Like if that's your thing, cool. But
That's too much for me.
yeah, got things to do.
Like softball is cool
It's fun
for like a game a week, but it's not like let's join 10 leagues and play every weekend.
Yeah, that's true.
It just takes so much time.
It's the process that goes in. Like the games are what, like an hour,
They can be depending on how many innings and how many runs
and like what league you're in too, because
yeah.
the lower like co-ed leagues they get less time, whatever, and then like the men's leagues is usually who gets the profit,
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fun, man. I don't got the time for it right now. Maybe one day I'll come out of retirement
Just go ahead and
like a young Barry Bonds.
I don't know, I'm the old Barry Bonds.
Yeah, dude. So how was your trip?
San Diego was cool, man. It was cool. So we experimented. I told Lex, I go, let's figure out if we should go. Because last year we went to San Diego Zoo
Mm-hmm.
and we went 3 days or 3 days, stayed 2 nights. And we settled down the first night we got there. The second day we went to the zoo.
Mm-hmm.
And then the third day we ended up having breakfast and leaving. This time I wanted to try SeaWorld the first day we got there. So we left early, got to SeaWorld. And then that next day I just wanted to chill out, explore, see what there was. And then third day we breakfast and leave.
What parks did you go to? Where's that at? SeaWorld.
SeaWorld? Where is it at exactly? Oh,
You know what city?
I know San
Anyways,
Diego.
it
Yeah,
don't matter.
I can't tell me exactly what cities. I'm not too sure.
San Diego.
San
Let's
Diego,
go with
somewhere
that.
around there.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, but it's not too far from the zoo either. So it's all real line, maybe like 10, 15 minutes away.
Kids have a good time.
Yeah, the kids loved it. The kids loved it out there.
What was the highlight? Would you say?
My highlight,
Yeah.
the best thing was going to watch the whales, right? The killer whales.
Oh, word?
And we ended up sitting maybe 3 rows from the splash, like that splash zone area, right?
No way.
Oh, the best decision, but the worst decision at the same time.
You're just walking around all.
No,
So
these
good.
these whales, powerful animals. We're sitting at the corner. I'm just like, all right, we're cool. Like we're so you have a semicircle, and we're at one of the corners at the very first, I guess, aisle.
Mhm.
And so I'm thinking, well, we're in the splash zone. Yeah, we're gonna get wet, but I'm hoping we don't get that. So, dude, kid you not, the first splash we get
No
so
way.
kids are freaking out. Everyone's crying. Kids everywhere are freaking out and crying, and I'm just over here laughing. And the worst part was I had little Jeremiah in that baby holder. That what do they call it? That one that they held that kid from The Hangover.
Oh, the little
I can't think of it. But yes, the strap
Yeah,
where you
yeah.
put him in. Yeah, so I have Jeremiah in there, and we get drenched. Luckily for me, I held Jeremiah so close and bent over that he really didn't get wet.
I thought you were gonna say you made him your human shield, bro.
No, dude. No, but Alexis used the kids as their human shield.
Oh.
So the kids were all freaking out and crying, and we were all like traumatized. And we,
I mean, I'm not judging dog, but what did you expect? What did you expect sitting where you did? What did you think was gonna happen?
we were laughing. I was laughing, and the kids were hated it. But once we leave, all the kids are laughing. They're all fine right after.
It's so funny to watch them go like change emotions real fast.
Yeah, man.
They're all terrified and they just laugh.
All of a sudden, they love it. I'm just like, what? You guys were mad 2 seconds ago.
What was this? Just a moment ago.
Yeah, where were the laughs when we should have had the laughs? So yeah, we did. That's probably the best part.
That's cool,
That
man.
was probably the best part.
Were you able to like get some R&R over there, or was it just?
You know what? You try, but being outnumbered by the kids, it's
Yeah.
kind of hard. It's kind of hard. You try to get some R&R, but it's not that. It's
I
not that
know.
easy.
We got some vacation coming up, and honestly, I really do want to relax, but we're gonna go to a different state, and honestly,
Yeah.
I don't. You know, you're traveling with your kids. You got to be aware, man. So I mean,
Yeah.
like,
You got to be
I
aware
don't
of
know.
everything.
Vacations aren't really vacations for me, you know.
No, I don't. You know what? For any parent, I think if you're going on a family vacation, and like
Yeah.
as far as that, they are vacations to the kids, but to the parents, there's so many stressors.
I
And
mean,
it's
you're
like,
making memories, but it's still work, you know.
yeah, it's a lot of work. I feel like it's more work because you have to figure out the whole packing situation and did we bring
Yeah.
this and do we have that and it's just do we have the did I lose my wallet? Like Alexis lost her wallet the first day we got there.
No way.
Yeah, man, and it
That's
was
the worst feeling.
and it was, but I was just like, you know what? We have mine. We're good. Don't worry about it. And so it was just, yeah, that was pretty much it.
It's cool, man.
Yeah,
I'm glad
so
you were able to get out there, you know.
yeah, which is the cool part.
Did you guys check out any good spots? Spots to eat?
Yeah, there's this place called Snoozies or something to that nature. Snoozies, I want to say.
Mhm.
Man, the breakfast is delicious. I had like a Benedict. Is that the Benedict Arnold?
Eggs,
Eggs Benedict? Benedict? Yeah, Benedict Arnold. That's that guy, huh? That's that trader, huh? Oh, damn it, over here. Thinking about some other. Today's history lesson.
Oh man.
Yeah,
I'm Arnold. I'm Arnold. You Benedict. Oh man.
So today's history lesson,
Oh,
we're
my
gonna learn about
goodness,
Benedict
dude.
Arnold.
It's in the evening too, bro.
Oh,
You've been
man.
up for a minute.
Hey man, just give me a break. I just had a long day with my kids. I didn't expect it.
Yeah, dude. Isn't that wild to like watching your kids for like a set amount of time that you're not expecting? It's a lot.
Oh, for sure.
Like you think your lady's gonna go out for like an hour and you mentally prepare for an hour.
Yeah, like I today when Lex took off, I knew she was gonna need a break, and I knew she wanted to get her nails done and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I figured, all right, cool, you're gonna be out for 2 hours. That's like my thing. She said she was gonna get her nails done, and Um, I was like, all right. Usually takes about an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, and it took much longer than that. So mentally, I was like, oh no, I'm done.
Mm. And then it just so happens that's the day the kids want to go crazy.
Yeah, man, and
It's the time they don't want anything but mom.
yeah, and it trips me out because my little boy, he'll eat. My youngest son, he'll eat the bottle and he'll eat it here and there. But he went to town on that bottle today, and
Oh,
I was like, oh no, I don't want to. I don't want to waste one if she's gonna come back soon. So I didn't bother calling or anything because I figured, all right, she'll be home in like 2 hours. 2 hours went by, and I was like, all right, she'll be back in a bit. And I was like, oh no.
all right, dog. Tell me the truth right now. When that 2 hours was up, what was the stress level? What was the
Oh,
panic?
so I went.
Is she ever coming back?
So so my stress went from like a 3. All right, I can deal with this. It went to like an 8, and
Oh,
I was like, no. The kids over here were fighting, and then my youngest one is just crying, and it's not that normal cry. It's that I want my mom cry,
mm.
and so I'm like, oh no, we're stuck. I'm stuck.
That's tough, man.
Yeah, so
But you got through it.
yeah, I got through it, but I told her like when she called me, I think she was gonna ask if she could go to another spot. But I think the tone in my voice was like, no, get home. I don't want to talk right now, but get home, please. Uh,
Please just listen
please,
to me this time.
just
Don't say nothing.
just stop what you're doing. Stop your fun.
Dude, she gets like one day.
stop your fun and come home.
Saying stop living your fantasies. You need to come home. You have a family who loves and needs you very much.
Yeah, man. And I told her I had to tell her because I get it. Like moms need their breaks.
Oh yeah, dude.
Moms definitely need their breaks and their time off. And I'm not gonna take anything away from having your time off, but at the same time, it's not the same when moms take care of the kids compared to dads.
Oh yeah. It's major difference, and it feels like sometimes either people don't want to say it because it makes you sound like weak or whatever. But
Yeah,
nah, dude.
no, I'll admit it. Like it's
Nah,
different. Like
it,
it's not that it's not easy or anything, but it's just the kids feel more comforted with their mom. Like everything revolves around mom.
right.
Like dad, you could be gone, but mom, like that's the one who calms them down. That's the one who loves them. Like, I'm not saying that dads don't love them, but
It's a different love, man. It's
yeah,
a maternal love where they can feel it. Obviously, they can
oh
sense
yeah,
it.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. So that's why I was like,
that's what you were.
like
So that was my day.
yeah, mentally I'm drained today, but it's all good, man. It's all good. I couldn't have asked for more from these kids. I just love the fact that they can actually get along at times,
Hmm.
but at the same time, it's stressful because
You know what, dude? Kids are a weird dynamic, right? Like one day they're just sitting there peaceful and everything's hunky dory beautiful, and
yeah,
then the next within seconds, really,
oh yeah,
it just flips and they just go ape. You know,
crazy. I'll fight you because you
Fight
took
you.
my toy or you're using something
One
I don't
starts
want
crying,
you
the other one just joins in because the other one's doing it.
to. Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
and one's asking for one thing, the other one's asking for another
Then
at
they
the
both
same
want the same
time.
thing.
And it's like, what do I get you?
Oh my gosh.
And then you try to get them the thing they want, and they say no to that. And then you're like,
You just
what?
wanted it
Yeah.
2 seconds ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, we're doing that with my son right now, and he's starting to get the no. Starting to say the word.
Say no.
So for everything, sometimes it's funny, but when he's in his mode, dude, little Hulk mode,
Yeah.
it's stressful. I don't know how my lady does it.
You know what it is? My son's in that phase right now where he pretty much just he says no to everything. But I get it. Kids are gonna say no, and that's what they stick to, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he gets so angry, and he ends up taking out that anger and starts hitting or just starts
Oh,
punching
yeah?
things. I'm just like, what the? Where'd this come from?
Don't give him no alcohol, dude. Ain't no
Dude,
telling what he'll do.
yeah. So I'm just like, bro. Where'd you become such a fireball?
Where did this come from?
Yeah. I'm like, I don't get that angry, do I?
Oh man, that's so funny, right? And is your daughter the same way?
No, she's sassy.
Hmm.
She's got a little sass to her where she wants what she wants, and she's got like when her mind's set on something, she's gonna do it.
You know what? That's so funny you say that because my daughter's the same way. Like she's so sneaky about it too. She's like, okay,
Yeah.
you know, she makes a little plan and then she just like, all right, let's do it, break, and then she does it. And
Yeah.
like, what? We said no, man.
No, you know what? You know what it is now. My daughter's starting to kind of do the little mischievous, like I'm gonna hide it from you so that way you
Ooh.
can't tell me anything, like kind of lying. And I'm just like, oh no, what are we doing now? How do I stop this?
You can't, brother.
Yeah,
It's nonstop. Life goes on.
it,
Just gotta deal with it, right?
yeah, it's hard, man. It's hard.
I was talking to this gentleman the other day, and I was asking him because he said he turned 40, and I was asking him like, you know, what was it like when your son stepped up to you that first time? You know,
Oh no.
do you have an experience like that? Or is
Yeah,
it
I
just
do.
me?
No, I do.
Oh, okay.
Stepped up to your dad, right?
Yeah, and this guy was like, you know what? I never really had that. I was like, oh man,
How old's his son?
he's like 22 or something around there.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, so he's kind of in the clear.
yeah. But he was saying that he never had that experience. But I was like, dude, that wasn't me, man. I remember the first time.
Yeah, no, me, like, I remember I got into it with my dad one time. I was just like, oh no, am I gonna go through this?
Am I gonna have to do this to this old man?
Yeah. No, I'm just like, oh no. I'm in for a good one. I hope my kids don't go taller than me.
Oh my goodness. Isn't that like a major fear for the kids who have like monster, or for the parents who have monster kids?
Yeah. Like, what do you tell your kid? Like, sorry? Sorry,
Go
son.
get the belt. Go cut me a switch. No, I think that's when you start taking things away from them.
Yeah, dude. So I'm just like, no.
Yeah, man. I remember one time I remember I was like leaving the house, dude. It was like when I was like 18. And my parents were like, nah, you gotta live how we ask you to live or you can bounce. And I was like, all right, I'll bounce.
Yeah.
My dad tried to stop me one time and I was like, oh, dude, don't make me do this to you.
You're ready.
Yeah, but I don't know. I didn't go through with it. I'm super glad I didn't. I would have been like,
That's probably something you probably would regret.
oh, instantly probably. You know?
Yeah.
Imagine how crazy that is, like laying hands with your
Pops. Yeah, I remember one time. I can't remember exactly the reason. You see, my memory is not the greatest, and I don't know. I just don't remember certain things. So I remember one time, me and my dad were going back and forth.
Mm.
No, me and my mom were going back and forth,
Oh, that's the worst.
and my dad stepped in. And you know, your
Yeah.
dad, you're gonna obviously he's gonna protect his wife. That's his number. Like that's his first initial reaction.
Mhm.
Whether she's right or she's wrong, it doesn't matter.
United, dog.
Yeah, they're gonna be united as far as nonetheless, you still got to show that respect to your mom.
That's my wife, dog.
Yeah, so I remember he got into the middle of it, and me and my dad started chirping back and forth, and it got to the point where, me and my dad were about to go at it, and my mom had to come in between us. I remember we were in my parents' room.
Mm-hmm.
They were trying to take the car away from me, and and I think I was going to a Dodger game or something to that nature, and so they were trying to take my car away, and they were just, yeah, it was bad. It was bad. I was supposed to meet up with I think Alexis and some friends or something to that nature. And
So one of your plans that was like super
yeah,
important to you,
something
right?
that was important to me, and I look back at it now. I'm like, I can't even remember what I did. That's
Wasn't
so
that
important.
bro?
Yeah, like I can't
I
remember.
was ready to
And I was
go
ready.
fisticuffs on my pops.
I swear I was, but at the same time, I was like, "Oh damn, my dad's pretty strong." Because I forgot. I think we got into like a little scuffle, and I was like, "Ooh, this man's strong. This man's got that old man strength."
Old man strength, that's what it is.
I think adrenaline took over, and my mom came between us, and
yeah.
it just It stopped, but that's something I would regret if I would ever do anything to that nature with my dad. Now I look at it, I'm just like, oh man, I'm glad I'm in a better headspace with him.
You know, I joke about it, but I hope that that would never happen between me and my son. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's something I think about all the time. Like not all the time, but I think about it. I'm just like I hope one day it never comes to that like that far.
Yeah,
So
that's wild.
yeah, man, it's a lot. It's a lot to take in.
I think it's because like I guess it's that feeling of love you never had before, and that's like your kid. You know?
Yeah,
And you just want them to be good, you know.
yeah, exactly.
But it's like how do you teach them how to be, you know, non-savages?
Jeez, that all starts with us.
Yeah.
That all starts with us and the way we react to their situations and
Hey,
their
dog, I'm gonna meet
misbehavior.
energy with energy, all right? So
That's a you
you
know
want
what
to turn up, bro? Let's do it.
that's you know what that's always been my mentality. Like, hey, dude, like
Yeah.
if you want to start it, then we can start it. But if you want to act cool about it, I'll be cool. I'll be
Listen,
civil.
dog, I want peace, but I'm there, you know.
Yeah, like, hey, man, if you want it, we can make it happen. But I'm not the one to really try to make it happen.
Yeah, I like to would avoid it at all costs, you know. 'Cause
Yeah.
nobody wins.
No, especially after that, like, then it just causes some awkward tension.
Especially like at a street fight, dude. Nobody wins.
Oh, no.
Somebody's getting a ticket or arrested or
Take it too far.
too far. You know, you
Yeah.
end up hurting a person real bad.
Yeah.
You might get that one lucky punch or have that one lucky punch. You know, get it on you.
That's the only downfall. And say anything does happen as far as to an extent of an injury where you actually hurt someone that bad, they can always go further as far as like the actual like law.
Yeah.
So it's not really worth it to ever pick a fight with anybody.
But some people do it, bro.
Yeah, man. And,
It's so
but it's so
wild.
entertaining.
Yeah. Oh my
It's so-
goodness, dude! If you ever watch the ones on like Instagram and it's like
It's so entertaining. I'm
people
over
are
here.
just destroying like this small business,
Uh,
fighting in. Did you see the one where they're
Oh,
fighting in a
man.
liquor store and this one guy, he's like, you don't want it, you don't want it, and some dude just throws this like beautiful hook on him and lays him out.
dude, I seen one where I want to say they were at the cash register. One guy is paying, and another guy they're talking to each other. The next customer, and he drops his can of whatever it may be, like an energy drink or a tall can.
Mm-hmm.
He drops it. The other guy tries to kick it. That's paying. He picks it up, and boom! All right,
Okay.
sends a right
Right across the chin or what?
right across his head. Pops the can on his head, knocks him out with it. Oh, that one had me laughing. I was like, hey, dude, you called for that one.
Did you ever, this is an older one, but did you ever see this one? He was an ex-NFL player. He was like a lineman, defensive lineman or something.
Mm-hmm.
He's in a Walmart, dude. Somewhere in like the South, but it had to be like Atlanta or something. You know, the city where like people are down to fight. Like,
Yeah. Like,
wherever it is, bro.
They don't
That-
ask questions.
every city has one, you know.
Yeah.
Every town has one.
Yeah.
But anyways, he starts chirping with this dude, and this guy's like a civilian, but he's like, he's built. He's not NFL built, but he's like
He's a big guy.
He's decent, you know. So they chirp back and forth for a couple seconds, like 30 seconds, and then the NFL player throws a punch, and the other guy just like counters it, dude, and he puts the work on him.
Or he knocks out the
He
NFL
knocks
player
out-
or
yeah,
what?
dude. It was crazy because it was such a mismatch. But this guy just knew how to fight, dog. The other guy was like an NFL player. I don't
Yeah,
know. If
he was
knew
just
how to
a-
fight. I'm sure maybe he's been in some, but
He was just a big, strong guy.
yeah.
Not a fighter.
But that's the thing. In a street fight, there's no guarantee. Like
Yeah, there's
any wrong punch or
you could just throw whatever. Like that's why when I see some people fight on the street, I'm like, this guy looks like a fighter, and this guy looks like just a brawler.
this guy, he does Tai Bo at the gym, and this guy is a trained assassin.
This guy does Pilates.
This guy does hot yoga. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, but
Wild, man. Were you ever like a fighter?
no, I was never really a fighter.
Me neither, man.
I never really. I don't know. Fighting is my thing. But if you want to try to do something, we can do it.
Listen, I'm gonna defend myself, but it's not my first answer. You know.
Yeah, that's not my thing. I try to defer fights. Like even in this basketball league, man, it's so funny because these dudes will get so into it to where they kind of start chirping and they start like they kind of want to pick a fight with you. So they play a little dirty, they throw a little elbows. I'm like, hey dog, like
Chill.
like this. Hey, I'm not getting paid to play. I'm over here paying to play this game. Like I'm not trying to get hurt. So sometimes you have to remind these dudes, like, hey dude, like it's a freaking game. Relax.
Hey, listen, man. I gotta go do my 9 to 5 tomorrow. Please.
Yeah, I'm just like, man, I got kids. I ain't trying to go to prison or anything. Like I just want to go home.
I just came for a sweat, bro.
But yeah, at the same time, you can't let yourself. You can't back down either. But you just gotta let them know as well.
I ain't the one, chief.
Like, hey, dude, we can do this, but I'm not trying to do this. Like, this isn't me.
It's so wild that that's an aspect of like rec league sports because it was the
Yeah.
same thing in the softball field, man. I've been on the field where my team's fighting with the with the other team, bro,
Yeah, man.
over dumb stuff. It was like, you guys are in your 40s.
like,
What are you beefing on
like
rec
back in
league
the
for?
like back in the day, I'd probably help out my friends if they needed the help to go out and, oh man, you gonna pick a fight? All right, I'll help you.
Well, if
But
it's
now-
your homie, yeah, but if it's like some dude you just
Yeah,
picked you up on a softball
But-
Sunday, you know?
but now it's more like, I'll try to stop you, and I'm not gonna get in between if there's punches being thrown like that. Like that's not me.
I'll try to break it up
Yeah.
to a point, bro, but
But if not, you guys are on your own.
I don't even know you.
Is it worth it? Should I lose my job? No, I don't know.
Do I want this disorderly conduct on my record?
I'm just gonna sit on the sideline, drink my water, and wait for you guys to finish.
Hit him with the left. Go to the body.
Pin him. Armbar.
It's there. It's there.
Use the guillotine.
Circle, circle.
R1. Yeah, that's me now. No, I ain't trying to fight.
Ain't that serious for me, though. Like you said, I paid to play.
Yeah.
That's dedication, though.
Yeah, that is.
Some of those people that do get in fights and stuff, like
Either that or it's immaturity.
immaturity, yeah, for sure.
It's like total
I
immaturity.
think the older you are and you see that, and the older the person is who is starting it, it's more sad to me. Come on, bro. Especially like basketball too, because they kind of get that's part of the game too, right? To some extent, to get in your opponent's head.
There's like trash talking and everything, but for me, it's like, all right, that's part of the game. But if you take it personally, that's a different story.
Yeah.
You start talking about kids and girls, and
Have people done that though?
they talk
To
about
you?
stuff like that. No, they don't talk about that with me. They do talk trash.
Yeah.
Like they'll talk trash.
What's kind of like the run of the mill trash?
As far as like guarding, like too small, not strong. all that.
Do they call mouse in the house on you?
Nah, they never never did that. But they will call like, oh, you too weak, too little. Can't do this, can't do that.
You know what's
Alright,
crazy
cool.
is when you do play like pickup games or rec leagues like that,
Yeah.
and there are ballers, like, and they can actually back it up too with how their style of play.
Yeah.
But again, it's like, hey dog, I don't do this.
Yeah, like,
I just came to get a sweat, bro.
Like back in the day, me and my friends would play at Bell Gardens Park,
Mm.
and there would be some late night runs. I kid you not, dudes would come from college, D1,
Oh, word?
semi-pro from Mexico. We played against one time the guy. He was real big at the time, Derek William. He was came from Arizona and went to the Timberwolves.
Okay.
I want to say. Well, he was playing for the NBA at the time, and he came over with one of his buddies, and they were playing in runs, and back in that time, we were actually solid because we play at least 4 times out of the week.
Was it your boys?
Yeah,
And then you got that chemistry?
Yeah, and we had that chemistry, but at the same time, it was more. We were in shape. We were in really good shape, and we were playing against guys who played ball for a living.
Mm.
So we're in good shape to the point where our trash talk, we can actually trash talk and back it up. But now I try to trash talk. I'm like, I'm not going by you. Like if I make a shot, I'm just gonna walk away.
You eat that humble pie real quick
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
As soon as it backfires.
Yeah, like I don't have that same speed. I don't have that same stamina.
It ain't the same, bro.
Nah. I wish I would have been able to play longer and stuff like that, but you end up having
There's still
doing
time.
life.
It's just a level of like, dedication and commitment to putting in because you got to train. If you want to.
That's the hard part.
Well,
But when you have a family, like
That's what I'm saying. You got other things to do.
yeah,
man.
I have priority. I have different priorities.
Like it's all fun and games for this hour or whatever, but
Yeah,
I'm trying to hurt myself.
Like I don't want to take too much time from my family.
Because it goes back to what we were saying, right? Like you were stressing out of however long your lady was gone, and then
Yeah.
we're gone, and I'm sure it's not
the
the
same.
same. It's
It's not the same
similar.
stressor for her,
Yeah,
but there is some sort of stress factor in
Yeah.
taking care of 3 kids or
Oh,
2
yeah,
kids
dude.
by themselves.
a newborn
Yeah,
and
so
2 toddlers.
so when
yeah.
it comes to that, it's like I want to take into account. Sure, I'm getting this time to do my time, and I get it more often than my wife does.
Mhm.
But I still want to be home as soon as possible and not take advantage.
Same. I try to do that now, and sometimes it goes unnoticed, and it's a little discouraging.
Oh, you know what?
We'll talk, but
No, for real, it is because they look at all the time you're gone.
yeah.
Right? They look at the time you're gone. But
They think you're just like at a party for 8 hours. Like, dude, I'm at work that don't really want to be here either.
yeah, it's like I'd much rather be home being lazy with you guys. Like I'm not saying my wife's lazy or anything, but I'd much rather be home and be lazy.
Not have
Responsibilities, work
responsibility.
responsibilities.
Yeah. Like,
I'd much rather be home and
hey,
just
listen,
rest.
you're at home and you can't get fired from your family, but I could get fired.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so you know what? Sometimes it is discouraging because it does go unnoticed as far as like, are you trying to make it back as soon as possible?
Every time I start thinking like that, though, I try to like think about my lady. Like, all right, but she's probably at the end of her rope with these dang kids.
Yeah.
'cause I'm sure you noticed in that time that you had them.
I was
Crazy,
the end
bro.
of, yeah, I was the end of it. Like,
Who are
right.
these demons?
Yeah, I had both of them, and then it doesn't help because you feed them food, and then the food's all over the floor,
Oh my
and
goodness.
you're like, I need to clean this before the ants get here.
My son's into throwing everything right now.
Oh no,
Especially when he gets in his mood,
yeah.
he just starts dumping things. I don't want to like. It's so
Scold
hard,
them?
like to
like
scold
spank
them.
them or something.
Yeah, to react.
You know what I have? You know what I have to work on? I have to work on not reacting.
It's hard, man, because you come again like from that nature as a man, right? Like,
You know, that's what I grew up with. As far as if I did something wrong, there's a reaction to it.
oh yeah,
And I was gonna get
same. But
yeah,
I don't want to
I
take
don't.
it too far,
Yeah, and it's
Or it'd be the first answer. Like
Yeah.
I want to give them every chance possible.
exactly. But then I'm like,
This
I
way.
forget about it. Yeah, and I forget, and I'm just like, I react. After I feel bad when I think about it after the fact, I'm like, dang, I could have done better.
Mm.
But that's what I grew up with, and I'm just like, you kind of want to change the
Yeah,
outcome
you don't
as
want
far
to
as
do
a parent.
exactly the same.
Yeah,
Change it up, build on the positive. And,
yeah, because there's things where I like, as a kid growing up, I wouldn't want my kids to be in that situation, or I want them to experience something different.
Hmm.
I'm not saying I grew up in a horrible household or anything, but there's things that I wish I would have probably
yeah, dude.
I would have changed.
Mom and dad are still human.
Yeah,
They learn too. I'm sure nobody gave them a manual of how
yeah, exactly.
to be
They
a
did.
parent.
They did their thing. They grew. They raised us as best they could.
That's one thing. Like now that I'm a parent, I remember my dad used to tell me like, "You'll understand." He'll tell me and my brothers,
Mm-hmm.
"You understand when you have your kids." I'm like, "Yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
Just let me come home past 10:30." And but now it's like I really do understand what he's saying. Like,
yeah.
and they say it never goes away. I'm like, great. I was hoping to get like a couple years off. You know what I mean?
No, yeah. I was talking to Lex yesterday, and we had like the kids were sleeping. We just have conversations that we just share what we have on our minds and things that have been coming up to us.
Mhm.
And I forgot what we were talking about exactly, but it's more like I was just telling her, me and you grew up in two different ways. Like she grew up with a single mom
Hmm.
who was very protective over her, And I grew up with my parents, both my parents, who were also protective, but at the same time they were they gave us more leeway as far as doing things, going out, and I'm just like you're raised, the way you were raised up and the way I was raised, it's different, but we have to come to a common ground where we can agree on certain aspects
Yeah.
of our kids growing up. Because
What do
I
we
see,
want to do?
yeah,
Not
because
what we did, right?
yeah, because I see certain things as far as like, oh, that's cool, like allow them to do that, allow them to grow in that nature, but she sees other ways. So it's kind of just getting that common ground.
Mm.
But the whole thing is just communicating between each other.
I try my hardest to communicate.
Yeah.
But it doesn't always work out as planned.
You
Let's
know
just
what?
say that.
You know what? I communicating it. I'm very at times I can be very blunt, and my facial expressions and just the way I express myself,
Yeah.
the way I look and the way I come off sometimes can be very don't talk to me type attitude. And I don't mean to, but that's just who I am.
Sorry, it just comes out like this.
Like that, like I don't mean to, and then I see it after, and I try to better myself. But it's
You know
just
what?
like that's
it really
just who
is
I
like
am.
a conscious effort, though, right? Like,
Yeah, like I'll go up to Lex and I'll just tell her like I'm sorry, like I that's just what I did and that's who I am and it's how I raised. And she's like, as much as you say you hate to do it, hate to do what your dad does, you're exactly like him. I'm just like, damn.
oh no, dude! I
Don't tell me
actually
that.
catch myself saying things that my dad says.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
I've become the more of the we'll see parent now.
Yeah,
and my
man.
dad would pull that all the
We'll see.
time. So now I'm the we'll see. We'll see about that. And it never happens.
Right there with you, bro.
No.
I'm just trying not to cry, you know.
I'm just trying not to admit it. I just admitted it.
So,
Dad, if you see this, you were right.
You're right, big guy. I took the L on this. Let's make it into a lesson.
I'm learning still.
Oh man. You know the Bible talks about grace.
Yeah. Oh god.
Yeah, dude.
Oh my goodness.
You know what?
It's a trip.
It makes me appreciate my parents more. You know.
It does.
We got those things, and as imperfect as we were, you know, there's definitely things like I wish we could change, but
it puts so many things into perspective.
oh yeah,
Yeah, even just thinking about the Bible and what it says exactly. Honor your mother and father, and how it says as far as children are like arrows,
right.
And it's just
Hey, how about this though? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you.
no, go for it.
How about like where it says, you know, fathers don't provoke the child to wrath? Doesn't that make sense now?
It does make sense. It makes so much sense because I still fall short of that at times. But at the same time, I do have that one in the back of my mind because I see as far as people within my family who are going through that situation with their parents. And it's just like, I don't want that to happen to my kids.
Right.
Like, I don't want that resentment towards me or doing a certain action or saying certain things to upset them.
To push their buttons, dude. There's a
Yeah.
difference between accidentally upsetting, you know, you say something kind of
Yeah.
harshly,
Yeah.
and knowing that's their trigger, you know.
Yeah, and doing it to really get under their skin, to try to teach them a lesson when you're really hurting them.
Yeah.
So I do take that into consideration deeply. But at the same time, there are things where I'm just like, oh, I shouldn't have done that one. And they're still young, and I'm still trying to figure it out.
I try, yeah, obviously, nobody tells us how to be dads.
Yeah.
I try to, like, give it some time to breathe, but also, like, remind them, like, I'm human, too, and parents make mistakes, so I try to, like, you know, not to excuse it or justify it, but let them know, like, this isn't normal.
Yeah.
You know, parents make mistakes, too, and forgive us, have grace with us, too, you know.
Exactly, and that's the key word. I think just grace, in other words, and it teaches me a lot. It teaches me a lot as far as like always as far as God Himself just having grace upon our lives. Like we're His children,
Yeah.
And I'm looking at my kids, and I'm just like, no matter what they do, at the end of the day, I'm always gonna love them. No matter decisions, no matter what they do, what they say, like those are my kids, man. I was blessed with these kids.
I was given a gift, man. Some people don't get.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm just like, I was blessed with these kids, and no matter what they may say or what they may do, and if I have to punish them, I'm still gonna love them. And that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, definitely. Man.
So it's an eye opener as far as being a parent.
It kind of motivates me too. You know, it's like to take advantage of this time with the kids that you get. You know, I try to talk to as many older people as I can, trying to get those gems out of them. You know.
Oh yeah.
And all of them, you know, they say church. The kids when they're small, they always ask like, "How old are your kids?" And I tell them, "Oh, this is that."
You know what I think about all the time too is like right now, Aaliyah, she's always saying, "Daddy, push me on the swing," or "Daddy, can you do this? Take me to the restroom." And I think about it, I'm just like, man, in a year or two, she's probably gonna be pushing herself on the swing. She's not gonna need me,
Right?
or she's not gonna need me to go to the restroom, or she's not gonna need me to do certain things with her. So it's like,
suffer now. Just do it.
Yeah, it's like, all right, just
get on the floor, play with the Play-Doh.
Shut up and do it,
Right.
because you're not gonna have this time again.
Just make it quick, right? Because then you got things to do.
Just don't cry, please. Don't cry.
Just don't get him started, please.
Yeah, so it does put a lot of things into perspective because time does go by quick.
Oh yeah, dude. I saw this thing on Instagram as a comedian. He's all science proves that time is going by faster. And then he goes through like this whole explanation and find out like it's 0.1 seconds faster every day.
Yeah.
But still, I felt it, dog.
It's true, man. Because I just feel like I had Aaliyah yesterday, and now she's 3. It's like, man, just same for you because you had what, Aaron?
She's gonna be 4.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Amazingly, she puts together sentences and like she's a character, dude.
Or the way they use certain words and how they say it.
Mine's like, how did you come up with this?
Or where did you learn that from? Where did you learn to even use this word correctly? Oh, you know what the worst was? I'm over here trying to monitor who the heck is saying certain words, and she comes in, and I think she wakes up early in the morning. She woke up maybe at 7:30. I was still asleep, and she goes, "Daddy, can I use your phone?" I go, "No, Mom, I'll put the TV on for you." She goes, "No, I want your phone." I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. Just leave me alone. I'm trying to sleep. So I give her my phone, and she locks the screen, so she doesn't know my code. And she comes in, she's like, "Damn it!" I was like, "What? Where'd you learn that from?" And she goes, I'm like, "Oh no, you better tell me who it is, because I know I don't say that around you. I know your mom don't say that around you." So we have cousins who say certain things. And it's like, all right.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes,
How do you guys feel about like the use of words like that? Like, are you one of the people who are gonna try to block it out as much as they can, or are you gonna be the ones to try and take the time to explain to them that it's not a bad word, but it's not a good word? You know, there's other words we can use.
We're more of the let's block it, but let's explain.
Exactly.
So I wanna tell her it's not right, but at the same time, it's not a bad word technically, but it just doesn't look right. So I have to explain to her, you can't say this word, not because it's not a bad word, but because it doesn't make you look.
There's other words to express yourself.
Yes, exactly.
Articulate what you're saying.
So me and Lex is better at talking to her than I am as far as explaining things. And so she'll explain in simpler terms that's not an okay word to use.
And we're just like, yeah, what your mom said.
And I'm just like, yeah, you're right. You're right. You look ugly when you say that. What?
It doesn't sound good when girls cuss.
It doesn't. It makes you look 10 times
Oh
uglier.
gosh.
I remember.
Develop some sort of. I don't know where she got this from.
She's all self-conscious on her looks. Daddy said I look ugly.
Ugly crying face.
Daddy said I'm ugly. When you say that word, you're ugly.
That's like the F word.
Yeah. So
You said what? To our daughter?
So it's just like, alright.
Yeah, dude. I can't. Well, I can wait, but I hope they don't go too fast.
Yeah. Sometimes I wish it was like that, and most of the times I don't.
Then I get to thinking about, like, man, this really is a one-time thing.
It is. It is.
Take advantage. Try to. Within reason, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Trying to be super dad all the time. You know?
Yeah.
I'm not that dad from Bluey, man. That guy set such
Ah.
unreal expectations.
I hate that guy because it makes me look bad.
No. Yeah, so. Yeah. There's like a third season coming out. It came out. I don't know.
But you know what I find myself doing too? I'll put on some TV shows for her, some cartoons and everything, and I catch myself watching them and I'm like, oh yeah, yes, go cricket. I'm into that Big City Green or Big City Green. I think it is on.
I don't
Disney
even know
Plus.
what that is.
Oh, you gotta watch that one. That one's pretty.
Right
good.
now, my kids are on. They're back on Encanto for a little bit, but they're into Moana.
Oh, right now they're into Coco again. My
Oh,
kids are
really?
Into Coco. Yeah. So.
I was telling somebody the other day, like, how catchy the songs are and, like, how made for the parents they are now.
Oh yeah.
And I find myself singing the Moana songs. Like, what?
Oh, that's for sure. So, yeah, like I'll watch the TV shows with them, and I'm watching it more to monitor at the
Yeah.
same time, but at the same time I get hooked on it. Just like I forgot how fun cartoons were.
Air quotes, monitor.
Yeah, exactly. I like this show.
Is there a Disney on Ice coming up?
Is there?
I don't
I
know.
don't think so.
Are you going to take your kids ice skating?
I would like to, but I have a feeling they probably wouldn't be too good at it.
Well, nobody's good at things they do the first time.
I expect my kids to be great at everything. Solid, son. Appreciate you.
All right, man. It's been a pleasure, dude. Thank you for coming down.
No, I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Get me right before my game.
I'm going to drop 30 tonight.
Hell yeah. 30,